subscribe. If he wants to fight me next, he can fight me next. If he wants to fight 10 fights down the line, he can do that as well. It'll be a situation that when the opportunity does come, Fury will be saying he's the man who beat the man, he deserves this, he deserves that, and then he won't fight me. I'm the flag bearer, the best heavyweight champion out there now. The ones who are scared to step up talk a good game, but don't really back it up, so I get bored of it. When Tyson Fury's ready, we'll make it big, we'll make it fun. When Deontay Wilder's ready, we'll make it big, we'll make it fun. With or without Fury, my career will go on. With or without Wilder, my career will go on. With or without Povetkin and the WBA belt, my career will go on. I'll keep on doing this for another 10 years, and then I'm done. So that is what the current IBF, IBO, WBO, and Super WBA heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony AJ Joshua, had to say. He said some interesting things here. You know, he said that with or without Tyson Fury, with or without Deontay Wilder, with or without Alexander Povetkin, his career will go on. So basically, what he's saying is, if these guys want to duck me, he's not gonna, you know, stay stagnant waiting for them. He's just gonna go continue to defend his mandatories. That's basically what he said. He said that he gets bored of these fighters, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, just talking shit, but not being man enough to basically step in the ring and fight him. And which is kind of true. Like I said, I don't think these fighters are afraid of him, but both Joshua and both Wilder and Fury talk a lot of shit about Joshua, but they don't fight him. But to me, it's more understandable with Tyson Fury because he's been out. He was suspended, banned. But let's see if he keeps talking shit, and let's say a year's pass and he still doesn't fight him, then that's a whole different story. Then I'm going to be clowning Tyson Fury just like I'm clowning Deontay Wilder. You get what I'm saying? So like, again, he said that he doesn't care if, you know, Tyson Fury fights 10 fights down the line, or if he fights him in his next fight, he will be willing to fight him. And you know, when it comes to these fights, I know Joshua was saying, regardless, if these guys never fight me, his career is going to go on and they're going to keep fighting. But I think these fights need to happen. I think Anthony Joshua needs to fight Deontay Wilder, and I think Anthony Joshua needs to fight Tyson Fury, because when boxing fans want fighters to be fighting each other and they never fight, for all eternity they will look at that and say, this guy never fought this guy, this guy never fought this guy, this guy would have beaten him. There will always be fighters saying stuff like that. Riddick Bowe ducked Lennox Lewis. He threw his WBC belt in the trash to vacate it. Riddick Bowe had a lot of great fights. He was in he was in wars with Evander Holyfield. You know, he got hit in the grind 160 times against Andrew Galata. But a lot of people remember Riddick Bowe as the guy who ducked Lennox Lewis. They never fought. They were supposed to fight. Riddick Bowe was supposed to fight Lennox Lewis, but they never fought. They just didn't. Yuri Gamboa was supposed to fight Juan Manuel Lopez. They were supposed to fight. I remember when everybody was hyping up that fight, we want to see Juan Manuel Lopez versus Gary, Gamboa, Yuriorkis Gamboa. Well, they both of them ended up losing, particularly Lopez. He was getting knocked out several times. They never end up fighting. If Anthony Joshua never fights Deontay Wilder, 20 years from now, there would be Deontay Wilder fans saying Wilder would have beaten Joshua. Wilder would have beaten him. If Tyson Fury never fights Anthony Joshua, 20 years from now, there would be Tyson Fury fans saying the only reason Anthony Joshua was ever champion was because he never fought Fury. Fury would have schooled him. And it would be like a never-ending war. 20 years from now, there will be, Tyson Fury nut huggers saying Tyson Fury would have schooled Anthony Joshua had they fought. 20 years from now, Anthony Joshua fanboys will be saying, no, buddy. Actually, Joshua would have beaten your boy Tyson Fury. And there would have just been this, it would literally just create this chaos of boxing fans bickering and arguing and debating on how this guy would have beaten this guy, and this guy would have beaten that guy, and this guy would have beaten that guy. That's what would happen, and that's what Wilder, Joshua, and Tyson Fury would create if these guys don't get in the ring and fight each other. Because when you get in the ring and you fight each other, whatever happens in the fight, we see, even if it's a controversial, decision, if somebody gets knocked out early, we see the results, right? We see what happened in the fight. So we know how the fight happens. You know what I'm saying? And then we could sit there and be like, okay, these guys fought, look what happened. And it's always better when these fighters fight in their prime. That's another thing. I don't want these guys to be waiting years to fight each other. Because, for example, Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis faced a shot Mike Tyson. He faced a shot Mike Tyson. That victory over Mike Tyson is always going to be, dented with the fact that Lennox Lewis did not fight a prime Mike Tyson, right? For example, Evander Holyfield gets more credit for beating Mike Tyson than Lennox Lewis does. Why? Because, even though Lennox Lewis beat both Tyson and Evander Holyfield, why? Because Evander Holyfield beat a more prime Mike Tyson. By the time Mike Tyson fought, what's his name? Lennox Lewis, I thought he was shot at that point. He was way past his prime. Again, I understand that, they could have fought in 96, but the point is, because they paid Lennox Lewis step aside money or whatever to not fight Tyson Fury in 96, by the time he fought to not fight Mike Tyson in 96, by the time he fought Mike Tyson, he was a washed up fighter. He wasn't the same Mike Tyson. He wasn't the same Mike Tyson that fought Evander Holyfield. He definitely wasn't the same Mike Tyson that fought, Trevor Berbick, Michael Spinks. So because they waited so long, you can't really give Lennox Lewis a lot of credit for beating a washed up Mike Tyson. Had he fought Mike Tyson and, had they not offered him step aside money, or had he refused to take the step aside money, and had he fought Mike Tyson in 96 and beat Mike Tyson in 96, he would have, in my opinion, I would have been giving him a lot more credit for beating that version of Mike Tyson. So that's why I think it's important for fighters to fight each other while they're young, while everybody wants to see the fight. Another perfect example, Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. I can almost guarantee you guys that when Amir Khan faces Kell Brook, if they do fight, whoever wins, they're going to say that this guy was past his prime. People have been wanting to see Amir Khan versus Kell Brook since 2011. Kell Brook has lost twice. Amir Khan has been knocked out several times since then. So if Kell Brook were to beat Amir Khan, they will say, well, Amir Khan wasn't the same. He lost several times. He's been knocked out by Canelo Alvarez, by Danny Garcia. If Amir Khan beats Kell Brook, they're going to say, well, Kell Brook wasn't the same. He lost two back-to-back losses and tough fights to GGG and Errol Spence Jr. So it'll be tainted. They won't give the winner of that fight the credit that fighter deserves, because they're gonna be like, he wasn't the same. So that's why I think it's important for all these AJ, Tyson, Fury, and Wilder to fight now, while they're young, while they haven't had several wars, while they're having the losses. So then when they win, whoever wins out of the three of those will get the most credit out of it. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. Subscribe, and thanks for watching.